we're looking as regards the...
Alright, so this is Minden Cato, and this is probably going to be a rather short video overall. But primarily, this is going to at least be the first video of a series of sets that we're going to begin doing for this channel. Here on YouTube, a lot of our content that we're going to begin making is going to be very different from what we do on Twitch and Kick. Primarily on Twitch and Kick, we're going to be doing streaming, except for very rare occurrences when we'll occasionally kind of beam out a lot of this kind of content. And this content is going to be pretty much apologetics. And primarily what we're going to be focusing on, at least for this set of apologetics, is not going to be interdenominational stuff. I'm not really too terribly interested in doing that unless it's really severe, like a really severe form of something really, really big, like problems like Calvinism, where it's a really big problem that needs to be dealt with, but primarily dealing with things that are fake forms of Christianity that pretend it's Christianity, or tricking people into making them believe it's Christianity, like Mormonism, or Jehovah's Witnesses, or or a lot of various things, or other false religions such as Hinduism or Buddhism, because these are the bigger primary issues that we need to deal with right now, rather than a bunch of silly kinds of infighting, as well as tending to deal with a lot of the social issues and primarily civilizational issues that we've got kind of happening right now. And some of these are going to kind of seem to be slightly petty, and some of it will be. But it's also very important that it needs to be addressed, because a lot of these things are little tiny things. A lot of these things are little tiny details that may seem inconsequential, but over time they do become mountains. Over time they do become gangrenous if you let them, and they do have to be routed out and fixed. We'll actually be doing a video about that later today, probably right after this, within the next 5-10 minutes, primarily because it's a small issue, but it deals specifically with New Age spiritualism. But a lot of people don't know that, and they're running around acting as if it's a huge doctrinal Christian thing and promoting it for relationship concepts. They think it's normal. They think it's a sensible thing. And it started because a bunch of boomers and Gen X guys started promoting it as a thing in the church. It's a problem. We got to deal with this stuff. So we're going to be talking about a lot of things on this channel. It's going to be very eclectic. It's going to be a hot mess, but it's primarily going to be a lot of sort of varied apologetics, and primarily just talking about a ton of varied cultural issues and just general things that don't really necessarily need a lot of oversight, but will be proof checked with a lot of scripture, a lot of background information and a lot of general research to show exactly what it is that I'm talking about, and at least be able to prove what it is that I mean when I'm saying something. So, that's what it is, and that's what we're going to be doing. So hopefully some of you guys will at least come away more informed, or at least understand where I'm coming from on Twitter when I'm trying to explain something or correct you, or at least on Twitch, Kick, wherever, or whenever I'm interacting with you, if that ever happens. But we'll see what happens. I don't know. And hopefully we can also kind of build off of this for more of a general, better online Christian community, because I've kind of noticed that there's a lot of problems with a lot of that stuff. Not necessarily a lot of infighting, but a lot of people not understanding basic things and saying crazy things. Like going back to the New Age spiritualism thing that I was talking about a second ago. It's pretty bad. It's kind of gnarly out there. So gotta get on it, gotta start fixing it, and got to get around to it. And it's not going to get fixed until we can actually go out of our way to fix it. We have to make the future that we want. We can't just expect it to come around by hoping for it and continuing to expect someone else to make it for us. So I'm working on making it. So let's do it. See you guys there.